Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All right, to start the day off, I would like to make a video response to a fellow follower by the name of Hei Yin. All right, so as you guys can see, I posted his question here in Notepad. I'm going to read it, and then I'm going to answer it. So here we go. Hi Moses, I'm curious to know, when you learn a language, do you just memorize the keyboard, or do you have to see a visual keyboard to get used to it? Hope to see a video on this. Thanks. Great videos. All right, so this question is very common. I've gotten this question a lot in the past. Um, as many of you know, when you learn a different language, when it comes to typing on the computer, it can be quite difficult, particularly for languages like Korean, Arabic, what other language? Hebrew, Thai, because the keyboard doesn't follow the original keyboard. For example, Q, you type Q, you get Q, W, W sound, R, T, etc. With those languages I just listed, it's a little different. So you have to have some sort of map to follow, or get stickers. Now, for me, when I first started, I think, excuse me, the first keyboard I actually had to sit down and memorize was Korean. Now, Chinese, Japanese, those two languages are different because you don't necessarily need a map for those, because they follow the original keyboard, English keyboard. But for Korean, it's totally different. So when I first started learning Korean, what I did was I got out a sheet of paper and I literally went through all the keys. Like, I typed them individually. Q first, starting with Q, W, E, R, T, to see which letter would come out. Since I already knew how to read Korean, I just needed to make a map for each letter. So Q was, I put Q and an equal sign of whatever letter that was, W equal sign, whatever letter that was. And after I did that, I like posted it on my wall, like next to my laptop. So when I type, I would look off of that sheet of paper. Now, it was pretty painful at first. It's going to be painful because you're not used to it. You're constantly looking off the sheet of paper, and then at the same time have to make the sentences correct. You have to type them out correctly. So when you're in a chat room, chatting with a native, they'll be talking with you while you're typing back to them, and you'll notice that they're leaving you. Like, then they'll ask if you're still there. So this has happened to me many times in the past. But I would say after a couple weeks, maybe a month at the most, you will start to get used to it, and you will notice that you no longer need to look off of that sheet of paper that you created for that map. So that's what I did for Korean. Now, like I said, it's going to take time. You have to be patient. If you don't have the patience, then you can just go ahead and buy stickers for your keyboard. But the problem with that, if you're planning on learning other languages, you can't just buy, like, for example, if you learn Korean first and then you want to learn something like Thai, you can't go get Thai stickers because you already have the Korean stickers on your keyboard, unless you get a separate keyboard, a USB keyboard, and plug it into your computer. But I like the exercise. I like creating a map for myself and then just looking off of the paper and eventually not having to look off of it. It's a big accomplishment. It makes you feel good. After you learn that and you're able to type on an English keyboard, it makes you feel good. You're very proud of yourself. So, like, I can go anywhere. I can use anyone's computer, and if I wanted to type in Thai or Korean, all I need to do is just download the language and on their computer, and I could just type in the language without having to look at a map, because I've already internalized it through the practice. So yes, memorize the keyboard. That's something that I did, and I still continue to do. Now, there's also online keyboard maps. Like, you don't have to create one on your own. The reason why I did that is because at the time I didn't know of these type of websites, but I'll show you here. For example, let's see. Okay, here. Now, normally when you, let's say you go to Google and you type in Hebrew keyboard layout, normally they'll bring you to this site. It's all, the background is blue and you would just see this keyboard, but I couldn't find it. I was just able to find this website. So this is how it looks. And when you're typing, you can actually minimize this, okay? And then while you're chatting, you can look off of it in the same way you would if you created your own map, like I did in the past. If you have two computers, if you like two laptops or whatever, maybe it will be more convenient to go to this website where the keyboard layout is on your other computer, and while you're typing or while you're chatting, you can look off of the other computer and and type to save space. So this is the map, and it normally looks like this. Let me see. They tell you the caps, like 'cause certain languages, when you shift, well, not for Hebrew, but certain letters, when you shift, you have to press the shift key to find a particular letter. So, and then if you can't remember the keyboard, you say, oh, I don't know what the A key is. You just tap this and it'll show you, and then there's your sh. So yeah, you can use one of these, or if you like the exercise, make your own map, and yeah, just do it that way. So that is pretty much it. Oh yeah, another thing, it saves money too. Like, a lot of people prefer to buy keyboards. I mean, sure, if you have the money, you can do this. It's not a problem. But if you want to save money, you like the brain exercise, just pass on buying a keyboard or the stickers, and just go through this process. So that is it. Hope I answered your question thoroughly. Let's see. When learn language, memorize keyboard. Do you have to see the keyboard? So yeah. So that's it for this video. Thanks for viewing, and let me know if you guys have any questions about anything else.